Morning everybody, and how are you? Welcome back. My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch. And at The Flower Patch I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for the home decor, for wreaths, swags, for the garden, funeral tributes and much more. Right guys, I just wish to say before we start, again, thank you so much for your wonderful comments last night concerning my son. It was very caring of you all. He is okay, he's in a lot of pain. That when they removed his tooth from going into his cheek, eventually they had to put stitches in his gum, which is quite hard, but put stitches in his gum and then attach the stitches into his cheek as well, going from one side to the other and closing them together over the gum. So he is in a lot of pain, but he was very, very brave, bless him. He is on medication for the swelling and things like that, but he can't eat for 2 days. He's only allowed to eat soup, but not soup that has got lumps in. It has to be either blended right down or just buy it where it's just smooth. Yogurts and just ice cream, what you get in the tub, nothing else. So I sat there last night eating donuts in front of him, and I just said, oh well, I think they may be all gone before you can eat some of them, so I'll eat these, but I'll treat you to some anyway for when you can eat. So, but he is okay. I don't think he wants to go through that again. His mouth has been bleeding a little bit, but we was told that was expected. So he's asleep in bed, but he will sleep all day if you let him, but he is asleep in bed, trying to sleep the pain off, I guess. So, but thank you anyway guys, that was very, very sweet of you. So as I stated yesterday, I hadn't welcomed some new subscribers. I forgot to do it for quite a while. So these are the ones that I've noticed that have popped up on my email address. So I wish to welcome Carolyn MacDonald. Welcome Carolyn, I hope you enjoy the videos. Shirl G, and I hope you enjoy them too, my darling. Sherry Mays, Norma, now apologies if I don't pronounce this correctly, Norma, is it Malave or Malav? I'm not sure. Tony Rabick or Rybick, Stephanie Chambers, Jane S, M Rosa and Dodsy Clooney. Welcome to you all. I hope you have a wonderful time, and I hope it inspires you to create and gives you lots and lots of ideas. So thank you for subscribing, I really do appreciate it, and welcome to the Flower Patch. Right guys, before we start then, I'll tell you what we're going to be doing today. We are going to be doing a swag. I decided as I got up this morning, I've done a few wreaths over the last few videos, I'm going to do a swag. But this time I'm going to get out my lemons and I'm going to do it in yellows and whites. So here is my swag. I've already fluffed it up, so to speak. I don't know if that looks good enough, but I try my best. Sometimes these end up on one side when they should be on the other side, so I tend to be faffing with them a lot, but I try to make them look as fluffy as possible. So that's the swag. The ribbon that we're going to use, which I haven't done yet, is the ribbon that I've got where it's got slices of lemon and 4 lemons with some white flowers on as well in the background. And I'm going to use a black and white stripe. And that is all we're going to use for our ribbon. I don't want it several colours, I just want 2 colours. That is it. And for our foliage and flowers, now today I've got plenty more on order. This is the euphorbia. Now I love this again in fresh flowers when I did real flowers. It's a very good filler foliage. It's a wonderful looking shrub, where if you've got one on the garden. My friend round the corner has got one, well, a big one. It goes all the way around the front of her garden. And when I did real flowers and she had to cut it down, she used to bring them all round to me and let me have them in my buckets to do flower arrangements with. They are wonderful. So I don't know if you can see, but they are the euphorbia. So, and they are on, I've only got 3 out. I think I've got about another 30 coming, 30 stems, but they are on order. I've ended up with some more eucalyptus, some silver dollar, oddments, again from doing what I was doing, you know, yesterday before I finished to take my son. So I've ended up with oddments. So I'm going to use those. I've got out a few bits of rubbery textured Himalayan maidenhair fern. Now I'm going to order some more of this. I prefer this one to the one that I used the other day. It is much more rubbery, and it's just brilliant quality. Again, this is the only thing that I do spend a lot on, and I think I'm going to order another 12 bush, or what is it, bunches, that's the word, of this, and 12 of the other. You do get a lot on the bunches. I've pulled these off and put them on the single stems so they go further. Now I have got these berries. They've got, look like they've got their own little foliage with them. I just want to dot a few of these around. If I can get them open. They're just a few green berries on top, green and white, but I do want to dot a few of those around as well. Look at the tiny little foliage. Oh, I love anything dinky. So that's what we've got for that. Now I have got my chrysanthemums out. I've got the white ones where they've got their own little foliage, green and white tipped foliage, and they're very pale leaf, more like a very, how can I say it, a bit like the colour of the lamb's ear. So you get 6, I think, yeah, 6 on a bunch. So I'm going to maybe incorporate those. I'm trying to wait for the order for the spider mums. I prefer them to these, what are more like balls. Now I have got some of these odd bits, I think, well, I've cut 2 pieces off of this, but some of my yellow daisies to incorporate the yellow into it. So, and that again has also got its own little foliage as well. This one is a plastic foliage, but then it's silk flower. Now I have got these out. Now these are small hydrangeas. I thought they are pretty like that, and they come on the bunch like that as well. So I've just bunched them together and put a elastic band around them, so they don't all get mixed or loose or drop to the bottom, so they stay together. So I've got those, and I did get a few bits of my creamy coloured peonies out that I may also want to add those in. And then I've got my small bunch of lemons, I've got 2 on the back where they are oddments from another bunch, but all these smaller ones are from the same. There was too big to get in. There was about 93 centimetre stem, so I had to chop them all down. Again, there was just too big, so I've got some of those out. In my bucket, if I don't like what I've got and it doesn't suit, I have got the big daffodils, and I've also got the small daffodils where they've got several on one stem, so like a spray. So I have got those. I have got the lamb's ear. I've got that out in case I may need something slightly lighter in foliage. And talking about lighter in foliage, I've got out my bay leaves as well. I have got these, oops, one's fell out, the daisies in white if I think I need a bit of movement around the side. And again, concerning movement, I've also got out, oops, the bunches fell out, the anthuriums, again for movement, just for a different look, to maybe put those around the side. Or I've got a few white or yellow, I think white, oh no, yellow calla lilies. There's one white here though. Calla lilies, and I have got these, maybe with them having lime on, they may look pretty. I've got all sorts. And again, for a bit of foliage, just to add a bit of white in, I've got these little baby lavenders with their own foliage on. I've got some tea leaves again for filler. Now I haven't used these yet, and I can't remember what they are. I don't know if they're a smaller version of these tea leaves, because they are quite big. But then again, they're not tea leaves, they are huckleberry. Huckleberry that I've cut down, they are tea leaves. I will get it right one day. I've got 5 left of these rubbery fern. They're like a ladder. They remind me of a ladder fern going up. But the rubber, so I may incorporate those. But I've also got some different ones. These would be great for buttonholes, these ones. Again, I've not used these. They need a bit, I think, steaming, but I haven't got a steamer. And I'm not going to bring my iron in. But yeah, they've got like a tint of lime in and dark green, so they may also look pretty as well. So I've got those just on standby, guys. So you know me, I've seen videos where none of them have anything on standby. I must be the only one. But I'd rather have them on standby than keep going back and forth. I know people say, well, you should know what you want and what to do for each arrangement, but there's just sometimes the eye can be deceiving. You may think that would look pretty, but then when it comes to it, it doesn't go. So, and I was always taught that, guys. So let's make our bow first. Now this is a 64mm ribbon. And all it says on it, what does it say? Just natural, 64mm, 10 meters. Right, so I'm going to place in, I don't know if you can see first, let's see if you can see, so you can see that I'm doing the ribbon. Just Right, so I'll bring it slightly a bit towards me. Let's move my chair because I won't be using it. So I'll bring it here. I'm sorry if you can't see, guys. It's just that I had to try and make sure that when I tested the camera, I could get all of the swag in. Right, so I am doing a 6-inch tail end first. And then I am twisting it. I always get these upside down, I think. You watch, I've probably not got it upside down. That's better. And I'm going to do a 5-inch loop. So I go to the 5-inch mark on my bow maker, and as soon as your ribbon comes out on this side, once you put it through the 2 dowels, twist. And then bring your bow back, because it'll be upside down now, the pattern, and that's how you need it. So then when you bring it back in between the 2 dowels, measure it to 5 on this side, on your right side again, and then the pattern is on up, you know, in the correct position. So twist again towards you, so the pattern is again upside down, and keep doing that until you know how many loops you want to go to. I usually tend to do around 4 each, but if I'm doing a really extremely big bow, I could go to 6 or 8. So once I've done 4 loops at 5-inch, I don't twist because the pattern is on the right side, it's facing upwards. So I want to tail end, so I'm going to cut it about that length. So now we'll do our black. Dovetail it and folding it in half. And now I'm going to take this tail end, 6-inch again, and I'm going to take it through the dowels facing that way. So it's going through your right like that. And just do the same process. You could see which is the correct way because on one side it's slightly lighter than the actual pattern on the top. So twist towards yourself. I'm going to do 5-inch again. Again, twist towards yourself. And you can measure your loops now with the loops underneath. You haven't got to move those to find number 5. You can measure them with the loops that are sitting underneath. And again. And then one more. Bring it down again. And cut. Place that there. So now with this, all I'm going to do is bring that this side. So let me just cut a, let's see, 6-inch. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do a small loop like that, just fold it in the center once it goes down. Small loop, what am I doing? Smaller loop, go down, and I'm going to do it at 3 inch, so I'm going smaller than the other. Twist again, 2 inch smaller than the others. So just look for my 3 on the board. Like that. And that's all I'm doing with those. Having 2 loops of the smaller lemons. Just straighten up there. So that's what I'm doing with that. So now I'll cut the tail ends on here. I may cut them smaller once it's on the actual swag, or some people know it as a teardrop. So it's like that. So the black goes in. Now you can, it looks like that on your board. So you can start to manipulate your ribbons into position so it's easier. So first of all, I want that black under there. So manipulate your ribbon so your bottom ribbon ends up like the letter X. And I'm still holding the centre with this so it doesn't, when I pull on it, it doesn't move. So there is your letter X. Let's get that tail end just out the way. Then you do the same with your black. So now with your stripy black, you want it to go in between your 2 lemon loops. So place one there, and then in between those 2 lemon loops, bring one right to the bottom and there, and then I'm going to keep those 2 in the centre like that. So then now I will get my cable tie, and just lift it off of the board, the bow maker. Attach your cable tie round, and you'll notice that your bow maker will leave a line on your ribbon where it's been in the centre. That is your guide to where to place your cable tie or wire. So I'm not pulling it again to its full potential. And I'm going to put another cable tie through today instead of a floral wire. So I'm placing another cable tie through the centre like that, and again I'm not pulling on the main one that I've wrapped around my bow tight yet, because I want to make sure that all my loops are placed in the exact position and my tail ends are facing under all the loops at the bottom. There, and then I go to this side and I do the same on this side. See, that one's right to the top. Just bringing that down. So once you've done that, if you feel that the loops, the tail ends are still moving, you could just lightly hold them in your hand underneath all of your loops. So not too hard, because you don't want them creasing, and then you see properly where your loops are, and you can arrange them that way. So as you can see, I've done a letter X with, you can see on the back, with the lemon one. So I'm going to use the black stripe. You want to go in between the lemon again, so then that forms an X, and then I'm just going to keep this 3-inch one in the center like that. So then once I've done that, I've just puffed them up a little, or fluff them up by just pressing on the end. It makes them rounder. Let go of your tail ends. If once you're happy, pull your main cable tie and then snip it off. So they are done. So now you can, just by stroking your tail ends, straighten them up or curl under, like that, to make them look exceptionally beautiful. Now, doesn't that look pretty? Just 2 bows or ribbons, no more, and just a nice beautiful bow, and effective as well with the colours. And that's all you need to do. And just by going smaller, 2 inches smaller in the centre, you could have had a 3rd one. I just wanted 2. It has made it look quite pretty. So let's get these out of the way. Oh, I haven't got a move those. So here's our swag, and what I want to do with our swag is place it up above, around there, and all I'm doing is tying it round one of the spruces or the main spine at the back, so it sits, but I don't think I'm going to go that high. So let me just slightly bring it down a little bit, and I'm just going to part the spruces so it sits beautiful inside. Take it round the back, and I will fluff up the bow again. Just see how far. Where's that black one? That's there. Okay, just fluff your bow up again. Let's just have a look this way. There we have it, and I've added it so it's slightly sunk in but not too much. And then cut off the cable tie at the back. So there is our beautiful bow And if you wanted, you could leave your tail ends longer and then create a waterfall effect coming down to the bottom. I don't want to do that today, so I'm just going to have it like that. So guys, have you noticed what foliage I've not brought out today? The ficus. And I've got one what's got yellows in it, or the variegated one, but I'm sticking to this. I brought out what I want or may need as well. Oh, these rubber bands are rubbish. So we're going to go with our silver dollar around, and we're going to create that shape. And if you are new to my channel, the way I try to explain it for people who are, especially new people who've never done floristry before or not even qualified in it and just want to do it as a hobby, when you do a swag, look at it like your body from the waist up. There is your neck in the center. These widest points are your shoulders, then your ribs, and then coming down, because your rib cage is quite long, and then your waistline. Remember it like that. So if you think, oh, I can't remember, bring it at your shoulders. Your shoulders should be the widest point as they are on your body from the waist up, and then it goes in. So that is how, if you find that easier to understand than any other way. That's just mainly for not just, you know, new people, newbies, people who, you know, still find it awkward to position them. That's an easier way. Who have been doing flowers for a while, that could be an easier way to do it. So I'm now going to attach my, dip this in my glue pan, and I'm going to attach it around the main spine of the swag, which is the centerpiece where the big wire is holding all the spruce in. So that is where I'm going to be attaching them. So I'm going to start right at the shoulders. So I'm bringing it out like that. And what I do on one side, I will go and do on the other. Just so you can see. Again, the shoulder. So as you can see, there's your shoulder point. Now we'll get one around the neck. Which is here. So neck, shoulders. Now we're coming to the lungs, or the rib cage, which again is quite long. It's not just a short rib cage. So your rib cage here, there's one. And there's two. So that's another part of your ribs. And again, still on the rib cage. going right to the centre where the spine is. And as you come down, you shorten your stems because you don't need them as long, because you are trying to create that going in at a point. Oh, I can tell these are my oddments. Again, just go across, go to the centre. And we are coming down. So now we're going in towards the bottom. I'm going to see if I've got something else like that. Oh yes. So we're now at the waist. Again, bring it down. Like that. And then I'm going to place one at the bottom there. Oops, one's come off. Where's that? I can't find it. So that's that. Now where you can see there's other bits like here and here, what you may need to fill in, just grab some other bits, get them filled in. Oh, that'll bush you like that, like that. So I've got a bit of a space here, so I'm going to go right into the centre to where the spine is. Let me just turn it around to see if that is sitting correct. What did I do with that one? So, and if you think that your leaves aren't sitting straight, some are facing backwards and you don't want that, just manipulate them and move them slightly forward. So then I'm going to place one through here as well. I've just caught my finger. I know I need two either side at the top. Just cut that one. So I'm going to bring two down here as well. Just filling in these gaps. So now let's choose 2 for the top. They're both quite pretty, so I'll bring those up there. So as you can see, I'm going to bring those around there. I'm not going to have it as high as that one, I'm just coming a slight little bit, about 1 centimetre below, because I want that roundness at the top. Just around there. Just get that. And the same with that. I'm just going to get 2 of the, again I like to keep the swag in place, so I'm just getting some of the spruce at the back. I might use those just to hold it, because it keeps moving. Just wondering if I need something like that. One there. Maybe a bit too bushy. No, I'll leave it because I've got flowers and that. So I could dot the odd eucalyptus around in the centre, just as you can see, the odd little pieces, just to give that look as well. There. Trying to look for the bits that I could I think one in between there. Like that. So let's just have a look. I need any more. Can't use those, they're flat. There's one there, place there. Yeah, so we'll use those and we'll place those in. Another one I could use as well. Oh my goodness. My oddments have gone down quick, guys. That's the best thing. I could get this rubber band off. I'll use this. So where I place those little ones, I'm going to glue those in. Let me just push those back. So you'll see all these I've dotted around. It may look like there's a lot, but once I start adding in, you know, things like your floral, you'll barely see them. So let's get them in. Got to remember which ones they are now. One. And now on these, I'm sticking them to the spruce itself because they're short stemmed, so I'm going to need them sticking to the spruce. There. And this is just like your filler foliage. Just got to remember where I placed them. Just giving them a little pull, not too hard. You'll soon know which ones are loose. Like that. There's that right there. Let's put that down a little bit. I think that's it. Again, just give him a little tug. Oh, there's one. Right, so they're the little bits put in of the silver dollar. Right, I'm gonna look how pretty they look. I'm gonna hang on for those just yet. I want my fern. Again, I've placed all these on their own pit, and I'm going to do the same with the fern. Go around from the like the body shape, shoulders, neck. Oops, can't trim that. Shoulders, neck, rib cage, waist. So shoulders. Again, now these will be going on to the spine. Because these are wired, I give them that slight little bit of movement going down. Let's get one on the neck. As well. So I always try to do the neck, shoulders, around the rib cage and the waist first, and if I can see any gaps then I will add a bit more of the fern in. But I will only add in enough to give it that balanced look, and to the point where I won't overdo it. So we're on now around our rib cage. And again, I can manipulate these. I'll do this when I can see them on face, you know, front, so I can see them up. See, as I've got a gap here at the end, I can fill those in. And I'm going to the back. I'm not of the silver dollar. Oh my gosh, that's a big bit of glue. We are at the waistline. And I always like to place one at the bottom because we've got one pointing at the top, so I like to do the same at the bottom. Right, so let me just make sure how they're situated. Right, so what have I got? 4. So I'm going to need, if anything, one there, one there. I mean, I have got some more. Definitely one here. One there, one there. Let's get those in first. Just going to make sure it's positioned right in the center of the my cats woke up. He's been fleed today. Both of them. I did it while he was eating his breakfast. Here. I mean, he doesn't mind it. But I thought while he's enjoying his breakfast, I'll put some drops at the back of his neck, head, or neck area. I was looking up concerning when I said to you guys that my cat's breath smells. I was looking at it. His breath always smells fishy. I researched it and it could be tooth plaque. So I'm going to order him. I was looking last night. Some toothpaste for cats. My other cat, she doesn't, her breath doesn't smell, but his, it's terrible. I think it's because he's so greedy and he's always eating. Maybe I want two up there, so let me just grab. I've got any oddments lying around. No. I'll pull two of those off the bottom of that. And put picks on them. So I want two, one here, one here. Again, not as high as the one in the center. So that is our fern. Also placed in. So that's that. Now, I'm going to want to go before I decide on placing the euphorbia in. Now again, I've cut these down this morning off of the bunch. Not this morning, sorry. Cut them down when I got them because they was too big. Look at those, don't they look pretty? I've got some thicker ones here, but really thicken the stem. I think they'd be better in a wreath because I think the wreath would hold it more, and they are bigger than these as well. But I mean, look at those, and the stem of it is quite thick. So, I mean, if I knew that that would hold, I would place that there, and then one here. but I know with the weight, because they are very weighty, that they won't hold. Hence the reason I brought out the smaller ones. So do I? I definitely want, let's have a look. I'm just going to place these in randomly. One there. Set that on there. Do the same with that. This one's only got one, so I'll bring that one down there. Right. I definitely want some up here. So if I just sit, oh my goodness, please don't. I don't move it now. It gives me a complex. Where did it come from, guys? Here. I think. Again, I'm just sitting these on things. I need do I? I think I just want one. Pull one off. Place it on it. So I want to, where these are here, I just want to place, I'll slowly turn it. I could get it through the opposite side. I just want to play one by itself. Did I place the other one in? No. Save those leaves. There's another one on its pick. And I want to place one. I can get that one through somehow. Oh, I can feel them moving. Like that. Let's move this leaf up now. Where's those two leaves? Oh, there's one here. And then have one up there. And cut that off the main stem as well. And then have one around. Again, I'm just placing, placing them, guys. Oh, goodness gracious me, keep still. Well, there's two on there. I just didn't move them any further now. Let's see if that fern will hold them there. Just for now. Now let me just turn this way. I'll get. That's alright. I won't be keeping this because it's not long enough and I haven't got no use for it. I'll keep those. So that's where I'd like to place the lemons. Place the lemons back as well. Doesn't that look pretty with just the lemons? I didn't move. So we're going to place the lemons in now. Slowly but surely. Make sure that's all. That's in. One. Oh, my oldest son. You know how I was saying he loves fruit and he got bad teeth from eating too much fruit? Lemons is one of the fruits that he will just pick up, leave the skin on and just bite it. And he eats it like an apple. Doesn't take the skin off, nothing. He eats the whole lemon. And I'm sat there and I'm thinking, oh my God. I can feel, you know that feeling where because it's sour, and you can feel when you have a sour sweet and you go, ooh, that's how I start going, because I'm watching it and it doesn't bother him. It's like it's got no taste. So yeah, it's really, really weird to see. I mean, another fruit, it doesn't take the peel off, but neither do I. Kiwi fruit. I mean, I know you can eat it with it on, but a lot of people have said to me when they've seen me eat it, oh, take the peel off, take the peel off. Why? You know, it's lovely with the peel on. I'm just going to keep that holding there. So yeah, but I couldn't do it with lemons. I really couldn't do it with lemons. Is there a fruit that you like and what's sour and you can eat it like that? That's also got peel left on it? I can't think of any. Alright, oh, one. And there. Oh my gosh, I did gush. Oh, I went to choir last night, guys. And finally, when I got back, but I was determined I was going to go no matter what. Even if I was pushing for time, I was going to go. Oh no, she's announced it again, saying that she wants some singers, one soprano first, one soprano second, an alto, a tenor and a bass, to sing a song, but they must have the voice of a classical singer. I was trained in classical. But she wants them, because we're singing in a big minster, Southwell Minster it's called, you know, Church of God, and they, you know how high they are, and this is high. We've got to have a loud voice because we've also got the brass instruments playing as well as an organ, so we've got to be able to sing loud to come across to the audience so they can hear us above the brass musicians. And a lot of our ladies, I will give them this, are very quiet indeed. They're not loud singers. There's only a few, hence myself. But yeah. We are joining up with another choir who's not far. We usually do some, not every time, but when we do concerts and that, and now and again, we join up with another choir. So, so on this occasion we are. So I was just sat there thinking, oh well, I'm sure they'll ask somebody from their choir, you know, to see if they will do it. Who knows? I think that one's not gone in. Oh, I haven't put it in. It's got no glue on it. I haven't glued it to anything. Oh, I got glue on my fingers. That burns. Oh, what time? Oh my gosh, I'm supposed to be getting a delivery. 2. There's another. Oh, I've done it again. Ow. That hurts. And this side. Oh, one of my lemons. Oh my gosh. One of my lemons. Can't have that, guys. Let's stick it back on. There we go. Oh, that gave me the jeepers then. Right, lift up, and I'm heading towards the spine with that one as well. And then this one. There we go. Under there. Where's that blue string? I can't believe it. I hardly ever burn myself on the glue pan. It's because I'm not concentrating. So let's have a look. Have I got any? I can't see any more sticking out at the back. Let's just manipulate the leaf. Glue that in? Does it look glued in? Sure I did. I have now. That one bent down slightly. So there you have your lemons. Doesn't it look wonderful? So now let's get our peonies in. I don't want to dot too many of these around. I've got the odd oddment here, you know, just to give it that little bit of white. I do like something wispy though. You know me. Let me cut one of these. I've got these as well. Are these push-ups? No. So again, add bits of those in. So let's start with our peonies. Get the oddments in first. Is that it? Yeah. I thought I got more than that in the oddments. I've only got 2. Oh, Evie, I don't know. What am I like? I'll save that. I might use that in the arrangement. I've got more now. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put the tag on. Cut that. I'll save that. Here's me. I thought I'd got more than that. Oh, I had a message off one of my orders saying that the anemones that I've got on order, the blue's out of stock. And I was looking forward to getting the blue. Right, I want one here. Let's take that off as well. I want to place one there. I can get it through. So I want one around there. The other bigger one. Let's have a look. maybe around the top. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the same size. So may have 1, 2, 3. It's going to be around this area. I'm just trying to get so I can get them in. 4. Got 2 here. Smaller ones. 5. 6. Around there. So that's where I want to place those. I've got itchy leg. It's cat fleas. It's not really, it's not really. Before you say anything, guys, it isn't. I've done that before on a video and somebody immediately unsubscribed. It's just my sense of humour. Right, as you can see, these come like this. Aren't they just pretty? It just has a code on it, which is 009500, and that's it. I may have these coming out from the side. I don't know about the chrysanthemums, I'm not sure. I don't. But then I know I want my euphorbia in. So let's just place the chrysanthemums back for one moment. And I definitely want berries. I want some of these yellows. So that is a yes, that is a yes. They are a yes. They could be used if I've got any filler needs doing. Because again, I don't want this one. Oh, let me have a cuppa. I don't want this one absolutely filled like I like doing. I'm going through a stage, I think, guys, of showing you that I can do it, as we say in the UK, rammed, or crammed full, cramming everything in, or that you can do it in between that, or quite minimalistic. Got to post that one today. So, I mean, there's quite a bit looking on it at the moment, but I think that takes you out. It's the bow as well. With all the room, but I don't want every area, you know, crammed full. Compact. So let's get these in. Cut these down quite short. And I'm gluing this one to the stem. Or the spine, should I say. Just place that. Bend the head slightly. I'm going to move these up a little bit around here. Don't want them leaning on the lemons. So bring it up just to tinge you a little bit. Yeah. So below that lemon. Or should I place? No, I'm going to place it below. You all doing anything great this weekend, guys? I'll give you one idea what I'm going to be doing. Still helping with my stepson again to sort out his garden where he's going to be moving into the building on our garden. I can't wait actually, because he said to me, do you want to help me doing all the shopping and spending my money? Well, guys, I just turned around and said, I'll spend your money if you like. I'll search and look up things what I think you might need, because he knows that I've got a better. Well, his dad will disagree that I'm more his style, what he likes. His dad's more, well, he says oldie worldy, but his dad's more into paganism look, and that's not me. When I first met his dad, he had things like wooden ornaments all around his living room. Like African wooden ornaments. I mean, don't get me wrong, I got married in Kenya. I love them. But when I say wooden ornaments, guys, he had the scary looking ones. I moved them. He also, had and he'd got these two ornaments, and I boxed them immediately. Grim Reaper. I said, Grim, what? I says, I'm not living in a house like full of Grim Reaper ornaments. It's depressing. Why would I want to sit in my living room relaxing at night looking at dark black ornamental things in my window, on my table, coffee table of Grim Reaper, and these scary wooden things as well. So I boxed them all up and I put my mark on it. Which my mark's a bit more minimalistic and a bit more contemporary looking, and a bit of modern, and the odd bit of old thing, but not really too old. But oh no, and my husband still moans to this day that he can't have them out, and I keep saying no, they can stay in that box, and he knows where they are, but I just tell him no, they're staying there. I don't want them out. I'm not living I'm not living with Grim Reaper. I'm a jolly person. I don't want to be ending up depressed. It was horrible. He laughed. He thought it was great and funny. I didn't. I thought it was horrid. So it's like he told me when back in the day when he was younger, when he smoked and that, he used to paint. He loves Rastafarian colours. He really does. He loves Bob Marley, and that, his music. He painted his living room all the way round. One wall red, one wall green, one yellow. But then he painted the ceiling yellow because he smoked. He didn't want anyone to know that nicotine was reaching the top of his ceiling. He's even shown me the pictures. He's got hippie tendencies, my husband, and he's shown me the pictures. Oh my God, guys! Oh, never, no. I like colour, but no, because he's very messy. He clutters. He'll collect. I not. So and it was awful, guys. It was just. Ugh. So again, as he got with me, that all changed. He didn't have a say. It was have my hand in marriage or go and live a Grim Reaper life. Take your pick. He chose wisely. You know us ladies, it's like I say, you don't do the housework in the house. So I do. So at the end of the day, it's my choice what the house looks like. You just sit in it. I know that sounds cruel, guys, but don't hold it against me. I mean, I'd love him to help. You have all got these husbands who do all housework. Oh my goodness. You know what? I honour you guys. You know, you're lucky, so lucky. I keep asking my husband to do things like that and he won't. He's not interested, he says. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying not to make it, I know it'll end up, how it's going to end up. I need to spread them around a bit. So I need, because I'm making it too compact. That one's in. I want it in a zigzag. Let me get my professional eye onto it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this lower, 5. It's slightly a bit lower. No, slightly a bit lower. And then there. So what I am doing, I'm creating a zigzag. I shouldn't have really cut that. So we're starting at the bottom and I place these in. So we're going here, 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 and finishing here. And that is how, if you want them like looking at a balanced look once you're doing it, and you want space in between them. I mean, I've just had this one and I was placing it down here and it was too much. So to keep it balanced and the spacing, as I state many a time, your flowers need to have space, like in fresh flowers, to breathe. So there's a fist worth, you know, from here to here there's a fist, from here to here there's a fist, here to here there's a fist space, here to, obviously here isn't because the bow, and so on, but it's more like a fist and a half space, especially because they're quite full and, you know, got a lot on them. If there was a single petal or flower just by itself like that, then it would be different, there'd be more in. But because they're quite, you know, bulk, big and lots on, I do the zigzag and then that spaces them out individually and it balances it. So that is that one, so that's where they're going to be placed. So I don't need no more of those. So let's get these in. These are really sweet. They're not very long. I think they're only about, I don't know how long the stems are. "12 inches long. I don't know what that's. I mean, I usually do work in centimetres, but that's 12 inches on my mat. So one here. So when you cut them off, there's not much stem on the actual bunch. So they're not a lot. They're not big stems or big tall flowers. So here. I will fluff it up once I've placed them, glued them all in. So we want this one about here. Excuse me. Yeah, I'll do this one while I'm on this side. I feel like I'm making up for time yesterday, because I've got a feeling this is a long video. It's probably about 3 hours. I must crack on. Stop chatting. As my mum always says. She says I could chat for England. So, let's look. Just spread them out slightly. Right, so that's that. Let me just come and have a look afar to see how it looks. Right, there's something, obviously, once we get around here, it's looking a little bit there. Or is it because that foliage has been pushed back? I think the foliage needs to all come forward. I can see the foliage at the back here. It's all gone for a walk. Right, now I want some yellow in. So these are not push-ups. I've got little bits of grass on the end. So I'll use those as filler. Three, 4. Right, there's only 6. Isn't that funny how you just get 6 sometimes on a bunch? So I'm going to manipulate the stem slightly so it's not all enclosed together like that. So we're going to add some yellow floral, and these are just going to be popping out as well. I'm doing it so there's like 2 at the bottom and 1 at the top. That's how I'm making it look like it's sitting. And I'm going to do the same with these. Zigzag. So lift that centre one up. Like that. So there. So I need something here. Need something here. Again, this is just an to show you where they'd be placed before I glue them. Oh, I was watching a gentleman. I know people do their work different to me. I don't expect the world to follow what I do. You know, you do what you do with it more comfortable for yourself. And the gentleman who was making a wreath was saying that's how he prefers to do it because it's more comfortable for him, which I've got no issue about. You know, I do mine differently to perhaps, you know, a lot of people. But when he was making a wreath, he stuck all his flowers in. You know, like I place mine. I place my floral around and then I pull it out and then glue it back in that same place. He just placed all his in, got his glue gun and squirted it all in the gaps. But then I was starting to wonder, he didn't do a full arrangement like I'd done here or maybe the big spring one. It was only a minimal one, a basic one. But then I was thinking, what if he does a full one where there's lots of floral? How's he going to get his glue gun right in there without getting glue on all the other things, you know, to secure his stems in? But he didn't show me that bit, part of it. So that got my mind ticking, thinking, how's he going to do it? You know. So if you've got any ideas, guys, you know, because I've never done it like that, ever. I was never taught that way. Not that I'm saying I was taught the right way. I was just taught the way that the university taught me, and the college when I went as well on the college course. That was just the way those professional florists or tutors taught people. But I've never seen it done like that. I've seen the odd person glue a odd stem in, but not the whole wreath. Not the 100% whole wreath. And it was just going through my head, how's he going to stick the things in when it becomes full, more full with flowers? But he didn't do a full one. So, I mean, hats off to him for being able to do it like, if he does it like that without getting any glue on all your other florals what are already placed in. But if you've got any ideas, guys, drop us a comment and let us know if you do it like that and how you do it, because I'd love to know. I get intrigued by things like that, by how other people design things or work. It really does intrigue me. So again, if you do work that way and you've done a full wreath, how do you not get glue on all the other florals and greenery that's already placed in? Especially when it comes to the part where it's nearly finished and it's full. It just gets me, just how different people work. I just think, well, surely he'd be using a glue gun and gluing the stems before he places them in, but then he's trying to work out where he's placing them, and then once he figures it out, he just puts it in and puts glue over the top of the stem when it's in. So who knows? So do I use the berries or do I use the... I think now the euphorbia's clashing. You see, if you look at it against the yellow daisies, it's clashing. So I may not place those in. I think I'll leave those out. I may use something else. What I've got in my bucket. What's that one? Oh, I could use that. What about the berries? Let me just turn it, go. I could put the odd berries in it somewhere. Oh, but then I could. Oh. I think there needs a flower. But if I place these in, I won't be putting the berries in because these have got white on their foliage. Yeah. Or, I forgot, yes, all guys. Oh, lamb's ear, it's a wonderful thing. Look how small the stems come. I got them in a pack. Just to lighten it. You just can't go wrong with lamb's ear. It's one of my other favourites as well. No, not the bay leaf today. So I've got, I don't want all white flowers. Oh my goodness. Oh, they look pretty. I love these. They do give off that. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to succumb to it. I'm not going to succumb to it, shall I say? I'm going to... It's the yellow. We haven't got... I can't make my mind up. Oh... I know it's not those, so it's not those, it's not those. We don't need no more of those. We do have the anthurium leaves, the miniature ones. Oh, there might be those as well. We'll keep those. I think I'm sticking with that. Are you shouting lamb's ear, guys, or... I don't want the daffodils. Place those back. Don't want the fern. I've got a choice between that, one of either those, or the calla lilies for the movement. I'm not going to use the seeds. Something's cracked. Mind you, if I'm going to place that, so I don't want those. Right, I'm sorted, guys, I'm sorted. So what I'm going to do, I might cut these in off. Mind you, I have done on some of them. What I'm going to do with the lamb's ear, I don't know where that's come from. I'm going to place again like that there. Now I'm going to place these where I can see a gap. See, I think these was oddments and I've put them on their own pick. Well, I know there was oddments. It's just that that one's only on its own, and that one. So I'll place that one there, the one, and then that one like that. I heard somebody then. I'm going to need some more. That's one of the greeneries I always say. You can never have enough of Lanzea. You really can't. Don't like that one there. Again, I'm just placing. The reason I'm not showing you as of yet is because I'm just placing where there is a hole or a gap. That's all I'm doing. There's no particular way that I'm doing it. Wherever I see that gap, I'm filling it with a bit of Lanzea. I think we need some here. I need gosh, I'm going to have to remember where they're all placed. So, that's how it looked. And I've just placed them, guys, in any gap that I could see. Again, there was no particular order. I just kept looking. I had to have it facing me, guys, so I could see up front. I wouldn't be able to see around like that. So I had to have it facing me. I've put them in, but I've not glued them in. I think on that occasion I could have done that, just glued them in because I wasn't going to take them out. So, but never mind. So, here we go. Let's see how, let's do this at my normal speed so it doesn't become boring. Let's see where I'm placing. I know by watching, just putting this amount in, can get a bit boring. I mean, boring in a nice way, but too relaxing that you guys all fall asleep. And I don't want you falling asleep, because I've done that. I've done it, guys. I've watched somebody doing their floral arrangement on YouTube, and I actually started closing my eyes because I was so relaxed by it, and I just started going to sleep. Not in a bad way, nothing meant by it. I was just relaxed. My body was content and relaxed with what I was watching. It was comforting, and I fell asleep. I know there's that one. Again, I'm trying to do it at the speed that I'd do it if I wasn't doing a video. And what I do is once I've placed them in, I work down one side first, so I don't get too confused. Sorry if I'm not talking, guys. It's just that, again, if I wasn't on camera and I'm constant, well, it doesn't matter if I'm on camera. I'm concentrating, so I go quiet. That's the only time my husband hears me quiet. I think is anything to do with my flowers. Just again checking by just giving them a little tug. I think where's that one I've just cut from? I forgot where I was looking now. There. Right, so that is our lamb's earring. So again, let me just stand outwards and have a quick look. Lovely. Right, this is the choice. Did I have, that's got nothing on it. Can't get these leaves off, I don't think. Probably won't fit on that. So, never mind. Where's those others? I've got a few little oddments that I cut off from the daisies. Just going to stick those in again in a little bit of a zigzag, so there, here. In there. Right, so this is now where we've got to make his minds up, guys. Oh, I forgot as well. I had an email of a gentleman last night. What was that? And I think I read it this morning. Because of the time difference, I get to read them the following day. Saying he loves watching my videos and he's noticed that I haven't got any live videos. The reason for that being is I did try a live video. Ebony will know from America, and some other people. And I did try live videos over here. I'd gone and brought something because I've got not got internet connection in my workshop. So I did buy, I call it a contraption, but it was to a pay-as-you-go by EE, where you can connect on your laptop anywhere outside of the house to the internet. It was rubbish. Expensive, but rubbish. So I tried it, and my youngest son, who's done IT and that, was here with me, and it just kept cutting off. It just kept cutting off from the video. And my voice was distorted. The pitch quality was absolutely atrocious. I tried several times, reconnected. It was just waste of time. So I've still got it. In fact, I don't know where I've placed it, but I've placed it somewhere in a box out of the way because I don't see the point, because it's rubbish. And I've still got credit on it because you have to pay. It's a pay-as-you-go. So I've still got credit on it. But I was saying that it just popped in my head this morning. Oh, I ought to take a few bits inside the house and set up a little table and do a live video from like that. Right, 2 choices, guys. The anthurium, or because we've got a lot of white, the calla lilies in yellow. Let me turn that towards you. So I'll place that there. I'll turn it around. Calla lilies. I hope you all guessed the same, because the white was drowning because of all the white around here with the bigger floral. So calla lilies. So let's get these. These are, oh, I pulled one off. I'm going to say they are push-ups. Not that far though. So where's that one that I've just done wrong? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, I don't want to overload with these either. So we'll 6. So 1 and 2. We'll just place it somewhere so it'll stay. But you know what I mean. Obviously, they will be placed in slightly a bit more, and then one either side. At the top of the rib cage, we'll place. Oh, let me switch that heater off, guys. I'm red hot. I love doing that. Peace. Is it quiet? Oh, tranquility. So either side, they will be placed at the back, and then around the waist. I may need one more. Again, it's sticking out a lot. It's just that's where it's going to be going, and I shall place it correctly. One down there, and then one more for the bottom. clumpy hanging just around there. In fact, I may get another one. Centre. So it's like that. So let me just turn. Right. Let me just place that bottom one in. I'm going right under and I'm going up on the spine. Just a few there. So I've got to balance this out now from the actual. They can have a group at the top. I'm trying to balance them, guys. So they're there. So there's a gap in between. So that must go there. Bring those down slightly. And there. And there. So then they come down a little bit more. It's all about balancing the space as well. So that now needs to go there. Yeah. So I balance the space. I move them around so they don't all look as one at the top. And again, I can get it in. Like that. So then these, and I'm placing these to the back. And there. Get a bit more glue on. That. So around here. I hope I've got a good eye. I hope that when I've done it, it's not on the wonk. As we say. Let's just see. Not bad guessing, Iris. Again, I'm going right behind here because I'm adding the calla lilies for the movement. I've done that one. So now I want to make sure we can see our lemons. Don't want them all hiding. I'm just bending the stem slightly so I can see them. Yeah. Right, it needs filler. And now I'm going to add in filler. And then, do I just add the green? Or do I think so. Now are these? No, they're not. Right, so filler, I'm going to cut bits off for the filler. Take that tag off. Right. So again, I'm not going to place them in and then glue them. So this is where I will turn it against me, guys. Oh. And then just get them in because there's not many needed. And again, it's just placing them where you see, you know, a gap. Excuse me. There's nothing else to, you know, for it. It's just where there's a gap and I need that gap filling. So you may be able to see if I have it like that. I can see it glue string. So let's go for it now. Lift up that, place some under there. I mean, I could have placed a sign on, guys, but I like to do that with wreaths. And I wanted to, you know, didn't want to cover majority of the front of this swag. Oh, that was a something I had a bit of a, I don't know, a debate you could call it. Somebody told me, what's a swag? I explained what a swag is. They said it's a wreath. I says it's a swag. Why is it called a swag? I says, well, why is a summer house called a summer house? Or should I say, why is a house called a house and a bungalow called a bungalow? You know. Yeah, but they're all the same. You're just sticking flowers in. I says, I'm not sticking flowers in. I'm creating. You know, there's a difference. I'm creating a bit of floral artwork because that's how I see it. It's artwork. Yeah, but a swag is a wreath. You put it on your door, so it's the same thing. Now, a swag is, because it's a different shaped object, it's long, it goes down, or horizontal, it's not round. So it's a swag, or hence a teardrop shape. So then why don't you call it a teardrop? So, well, they are known also as teardrops. But it's a wreath. And this went on for a while. So I said, well, what you got on your feet? Trainers. Well, they could be called training shoes. They're not shoes. But you that's what you say, and other people, but they are known as training shoes. But they're not shoes. Shoes are shoes. And this is where I got them. And said, now can you see? It's a different object for different circumstances. A door wreath is round, a round object, a round cylinder. A swag is long, like this, that you place also on your door. You haven't just got to have the wreaths on your door. So I think I won. I won the argument, guys. Or debate, whatever they like to call it. I went back down. I'm not one for backing down when I know I'm right. Especially when I know I'm right. And I didn't. So have a guess who shut up in who went quiet first? Wasn't me. I kid you, it wasn't me. Oh, I can stand up for myself when it comes to things like that. Oh. And I said, well, you go and ask of any florist or anybody who does floristry work. And let's see what they say to you. But then I got, well, if I wanted to look for something to buy my mother for a Mother's Day, I wouldn't know what a swag is. I said, well, if you put a wreath, the word wreath in, you get other pictures like swags pop up as well. But I've never heard of them. So yeah. Oh, it was great. Girl power. I always say it's these people who have nothing to do with floral. Sorry guys, but I have to say things like this. People who have nothing to do with floral, or they think they know it all. They really, really do. So, anyway, we've done. Now, doesn't that look better with the limey green filler as well added in? So let me come and have a look. Oh, guys, isn't that pretty? Oh, 2 hours 20. Oh, we've gone on a bit longer today, guys. It's because I'm yakking. As we say, yakking means chatting away. Right. That's what we've done, guys, for today. I've made up for yesterday. So, because it was only, I think, just an hour and 18 minutes, I think. So I've made up for yesterday. So, I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry if I turned it around, you know, to those people who don't like me, turn it turning it around. But sometimes when you do an arrangement, you have to look at it face on. You know, oh gosh, I just took a breath then when I was going to take air in my mouth. But you have to look at it face on, because I can't stand here and then just assume something's missing there and put something there when there's something is there. And plus, if I place it from the side in any direction, or either this side as well, you can't assume that it's balanced without checking it front on, and by turning it like that to check that everything's balanced and it's all looking flowing. Or if anything's missing, you can't see if anything's missing from your side view by just looking that way. You just can't. You have to look at it as I am doing now, up front. And again, when I said, oh, something needs to go there. Now, if I was stood here, because I am right-handed, and if I was stood here, I wouldn't have seen that. If I would have placed it here, I may have seen it here. But would it have balanced out with that side? And you don't want me to keep doing this or coming around. Hence the reason, for a few seconds, I like to turn it around and then just do that. So that's just another reason why I do it like that. And perhaps many of you do it like that too, guys. So if you enjoyed that, guys, give us a thumbs up. My lessons or tutorials are like movies, aren't they great? So you could sit in on a Friday night like tonight, and just with a nice hot drink or a glass of wine, and just sit and watch a 2 hour, 20 minute or 2.5 hour. It's like watching a movie on flowers, on something you enjoy. Oh, what a great idea. So, again, let's get back to it. If you enjoyed that, guys, give it a go. Maybe not with lemons. You could do it with limes. I was considering, I haven't got no limes. I've run out. So I may order some limes and do one in lime with green and whites or something like that. You could do it in oranges. I've got oranges as well. Dried, fruit. You could do it in apples. I've got plenty of those. Grapes, I've got grapes as well. Bananas, you can make a wacky one with bananas. I've got bananas as well. Cherries, I've got those. So what fruit haven't I got? So give it a go. You don't have to have a bow that's got the actual pattern in. You could just have something like this black stripy one that will reflect and bounce off of the yellow. And you could just have perhaps just a plain yellow in the background, or if you did it in, greens, then just have a green, a lime green to set off from your actual foliage, and with a stripy ribbon in any colour, I guess, but usually black and white bounces really well, and it sets it off even more. So again, in any sort of floral, you haven't got to have what I've got. These are just what I put together, and I thought, well, they will look nice. It's not a case of I had to really think about it, because I've been doing it, years and years. It's just a natural thing. And I know, I know they all go nice with that flower, and they all go nice with that flower. So, but for you new beginners, this is where I like to help you. And, and state, like I've got the long ferns, but the wispy, airy, you can see through them. The solid leaf I have is the eucalyptus. I always have something, whether it just be one solid leaf in there, for the background, for the flowers to look like they're leaning and being supported by your boundary and your, the support of those. And then your dainty little fillers, place your smaller ones around the centre, in and around. They will give off a beautiful look. And something like flocked, like the lamb's ear, add that as a different texture as well. Lighter leaf, bluey grey against yellows. Beautiful. you know, and then just 2 different colours or 3 different colours depending on whatever you want to do. And then just the smaller flowers like the daisies, just to also add in here and there. Or you could have gypsophilia in, or a few seeds instead from, you know, things like that. You could add maybe if you wanted to do like a spring one. Oh gosh, I forgot what they're called. Oh my goodness, guys, I've gone brain dead. Well, you know what I mean. You can use all spring flowers, little tulips, daffodils, that's it. You know, just little mini daffodils or anything like that. Or morning glory. Now that would be pretty. I've got some morning glory as well. I keep waiting to hang on because I want to do a hanging basket. So I want to hang on for that. But anything, guys, anything with a smaller flower head, just to go with the big flower head. And as you know, I've only placed 2 in, and then the medium size, and then the little ones, because they're only tiny, I've placed where the smallest part of the swag is, which is at the bottom. So, and then you're creating your shape. You've got your neck, your shoulders, your rib cage to about here, and then your waistline. So remember it like that for, you know, for you new beginners or for anybody really, if that helps you and it makes it easier for yourself. So guys, again, I hope you enjoyed that. Please subscribe, share and like to your friends and family, to the world, to anybody on the street just passing by. Just tell them about the flower patch and I will be more than grateful. I really would appreciate it. And again, I won't be here over the weekend. Busy, helping my husband and my stepson, and looking after my youngest son. And so I will see you bright and early and cheerful Monday. So have a great weekend, guys. Again, thank you so much for every message you send. I really do appreciate it, deeply appreciate it. And I'm honoured to be creating things for you to help, you know, to give you some ideas and to some colour schemes of things as well, and different creations of different ideas to build for yourself, for a family or for a friend. So have a wonderful weekend, guys. Thank you so much. All the best. God bless. And I love you all. Mwah! And I'm going to do a close-up. So take care. See you Monday. Bye. Right, let's just see. How smooth. Oh, not bad. I could do better, I guess. So there's the ribbon, as you can see, with the lemons and the slices on and the black and white. There you have your off-white peony or ivory peony, your lemons. Oh, it looks bright there. Your little calla lilies with the Himalayan maidenhair fern. You've got your silver dollar, again there, your little daisies. These are hydrangeas. I got them out of the hydrangea box, so that's what they must be. Again, your lamb's ear dotted around. Your filler foliage where it's got the lime green in it as well. And you know all that little silver dollar we placed in at in the beginning, and it was all over the front as well. You can barely see it, guys. And then as we go down, there's your fern. There's a little bud from the peony, and again your lemons. They look orange on this, and your daisies. Look, they've got a little sparkle to them. Oh, I didn't know that. And I've got glasses on. So that is your beautiful spring fruit swag or lemon swag. Place on your door for bright and beautiful look and to give you that smile as you walk up towards your front door and give you a happy vibe. So again, I hope you like that, guys. Leave us any comment in what other colours or how you would have done it yourself. And if you need any help or questions answering, just give us a text or anything. I am on the flower patch 2401@gmail.com. I also am on Instagram under the flower patch, and I am also on Facebook under the flower patch, and obviously on YouTube. So all the best, guys. Have a fabulous weekend. Take care. Love you all. Bye.